Welcome to another episode of ASKTAMOJ. Now this episode is a very sensitive and serious episode. We'll be speaking about some very intense topics. This evening we'll be speaking about rape. Stay tuned.
Yes, we can change the world. I can breathe. Yes, we can change the world. Yes, we can change the world.
For this episode, we have a very special and brave guest who is here to share some experiences on this topic. We have this evening Chef.
Thank you for having me, Tamo.
Thank you for joining.
Thank you for my shirt.
Well, we're definitely trying to change the world, so not a problem.
That's true.
So Chef, let's talk.
Yeah.
Do you think there is a rape culture in Jamaica?
Definitely. It has been going on for years. It's not just now. I think persons are afraid to talk about it because it's seen as taboo. I wouldn't even say taboo, but it's something that you don't talk about. So if it happened to you, you saying that out loud, you may get shunned or you may feel a little bit embarrassed.
Yeah.
And that's the case with a lot of women, because I have friends or I've met persons who this has happened to them, and they're so afraid to talk about it. Some of them block out the whole situation, and it's when something like what happened recently with Candice Jackson comes up that it sparks something. And right now there's a huge outcry for justice, not just justice for her, but justice for everybody else.
In general, because we've seen a few cases recently. We're still looking for Jasmine Dean. Candice Jackson was the most recent victim, and they recently discovered her body. Big man thing, I believe there's a rape culture. There is no way I can raise my daughter in it. I have a 3-year-old, I'm a father, and I have siblings, I have sisters, right? To me, it's very disturbing and it makes me angry. I'm not lie to you, like, I am trying to change this thing because I'm not comfortable with it. We need a change in the world, and my daughter, I refuse to let my daughter grow up in this. So I am imploring all men, all fathers, all of my fellow peers, we need to make a change and look out for the women in our society. So Chef, let's talk about it. You've had some experiences. What was it like?
Alright, so I've been through this since high school, in the workplace, in relationships. So in high school, I was on the track team. It was for a little while, you know. And I had somebody who was picking me up from school. I mean, of course, one of my friend's father. One day that when he came to pick me up, it was really late, so I was expecting that he would be hurrying me up to go. And he said, you know what, you can stay and finish your training. I'll be back for you. So I said, okay, you know what, this would be my first time spending an entire day at training instead of cutting it in half and, you know, missing out on the experience. He came back for me. We're driving along. He made a stop in downtown Kingston. And while there were a group of men. And I felt very uncomfortable because they were at the window, just propping, looking in. And I said, you know what, I don't want to be in the back seat. So I went into the front seat just to get away from them. So on our way over, we're driving along 6 Mile. And we're in traffic. And he started telling me, oh, my legs look like chicken leg and it looked good for eat and all sorts of stuff. And I'm like, what?
And how old were you at the time?
I was maybe like, what, 50? I don't even think I reached 16 as it. And then all of a sudden this man reaches over, put his hand on my leg and just started rubbing. Yeah, good for eat, man. So while go on, all of them stuff, I kept pushing it away. I was looking out the window, looking at other persons in their cars, trying to signal because I'm alone in the car with this man. I don't want to say help, and he grabbed me, you know. So I'm just like, you know, and I couldn't wait to get home. And as I got home and he drove away, this relief that washed over me. You can't even imagine. And I see, unlike other women, I say my mother, big her up where she did. As me tell her so, had the latch to draw and I said, listen, I go down on the man yard now.
So you told her because
Yes,
most females are afraid to talk about this.
Yeah, we have that relationship where
Yeah.
she says to me, don't be afraid to tell me if something inappropriate happens with somebody. So when I told her, I felt so comfortable to tell her this. And her reaction alone
Made you
know
feel
that,
safe, yeah.
I felt safe. Because she jumped in her car with her last. I don't know money, because this was a friend of mine's father.
That is what is bothering me now. Because it's like close to home, you know?
Yeah.
So that's disturbing. And me, I think about my daughter now. Me, I tell my bridging go pick up my daughter. Me not depend that. Alright. So quick question. Have you ever been raped?
Fortunately, I have not been, but I have been assaulted.
Sexually assaulted?
Yeah, it's almost gotten to that point of rape. So in the workplace, so in university, I was working 2 jobs.
Yeah.
Both of them didn't really require me to go into office, and I was very fortunate because, you know, you have schoolwork, you know, want to go work and school at the same time. So this job was as a social media manager for a popular entertainment show. I won't say which one.
Discretion.
So I was there, and typical day at work, all of that. One of the bosses called me into his private office to thank me for all of my efforts and to thank. And while in there, I was about to exit, and this man just chucked me in the door. Just chucked me in, and before I could even react, him all over me, him pop off my shirt. And then I start realize I want to go into me start fight now, come here and say, hey. It
you
never happened,
know.
you know.
Yeah.
So he's holding on to me, he pull me in the opposite direction, and I'm just fight him off. So if him angry, I say me, I push him off. Same time, him fling me up on his desk, because his desk was pretty close to the door. So him chuck me over the desk and hold me down, and I kick up, you know.
So chef, how you escape?
Well, Tamo, let me tell you, we are fight, big fighting.
Yeah.
So I just kick him in the butt and get the opportunity to kick him in the head.
You know, you should have juke him in the eye to say him can't look on your dirty.
Yeah, and
Listen.
like I say,
I'm glad you escaped.
yeah, like I say, people in the office, I don't know if they might hear, but nobody never come over there. So when we get the opportunity, I just run out, go into the office. I don't even think I went back into the office. Because really and truly, I just try to get away.
Yeah, escape.
So I called my boyfriend at the time. I'm going to say to him, say, listen, this just happened to me. Which fire there? Because I need somebody to talk to.
Yeah.
And him say, I'm so forward, because it's halfway through the office was. So in two tours him come and him pick me up. And I thought about going to the police station, but then this man is well connected. I'm saying, no, it never makes sense. So again, I go back home to mommy, and mommy, I make a big thing about it and whatever. I tell her, I'm not going back. And I didn't go back.
You confronted him about it?
I went back to a friend of mine, because he was working there too. He asked me to come and get some of my stuff, and I said, I'm not coming there. And he said, I'm not the man. So I go there and I see him. And to tell you the truth, I could come out of the car. It's almost like I see it happen again in my head, and I just freeze. So whenever I go there, I think I saw him years after, and I just go the other direction, because I don't know how I would have reacted if me and him come face to face.
So it's still traumatizing?
Yeah, man. I still have a little bit of PTSD, because with that boyfriend too, sometimes he'll come towards me and he's like, me get a flashback. I'm say,
yeah, you relive everything. So has this affected any of your relationships?
It does affect my relationships. Right now, I'm the aggressor in my relationship, and I have to be, based on my experiences that I've encountered.
Yeah.
So I try not to seem weak. I try not to give them another opportunity. So if I'm on the road and I'm like, hey, pretty girl, why you not smile? Smile for what?
Defensive.
They give me something to smile about.
Yeah, man. Defend yourself, man.
You know, I mean, there are instances, if I see too many of them, I'm like, not to them, man. I'm not in the mood. Because I don't want them gang for me.
And I'm not cut you, but I realize, how you feel as a woman on the road? Like, because a whole heap of man always cartoon and sometimes touch, you know, that's... Alright,
so for me, I hate going on the road. If I'm going by myself, it's like I have to go through a mental list. So alright, I have to put on my clothes, I have to go yourself.
I know.
But I don't want to encounter them people up on the road. Can I park closer to which part me I go? Can't bother walking, you know. And sometimes I'll probably call my boyfriend and be like, you can't follow me go yourself. If he's not available, then I just try to put on a brave face and say, alright, I just yes sir, and come back.
I know what really bothers me, like this is what most of our women are facing. And it's very painful. Unfortunately, this is the reality most of our women are living in. And it's very disturbing. And we need a change in Jamaica and in the world. If you are a viewer who has experienced this, or if you know somebody who has been through this, just leave a comment and let's talk about it. Chev, thank you for being very courageous and sharing your experience with us here on ASKTAMOJ.
Thanks for having me.
Now, we will hear from a rapist. Thanks for joining us here on ASKTAMOJ this evening. First question, are you a rapist?
Yes.
How many persons have you ever raped?
4.
Have you ever been convicted?
Yes. Convicted for 1.
1 out of 4.
Yes.
What led you to do this though? What caused you to rape somebody?
Well, the girl, she look good in and she look attractive and thing, you know. And me and a fair standard. So, the only way I see it, you know, I just observe her and one day I just take it, you know.
So you mean you just take it, or you can't control yourself, you can't resist?
No, I can't resist it because she look good in and I just take it because I know I take it and think I can't control her because at least I can't ever blackmail her with that same man.
You mentioned you were convicted. How many years did you serve?
Well, I get 15 and about only 70 now.
Okay. Did you learn your lesson?
Well,
Can't you see that we are one? Now look at what we've all become. I see destruction plaguing everywhere, and I see disruption. It's like nobody cares for the hungry, for the poor. We show love no more. Everybody's for themselves. But if we show love, what a difference it will make. But if we show love to every heart that's filled with pain. But if we show love, we don't see that we're the same. But if we show love, but if we show love, we can change the world. I can breathe, now I can breathe. Yes, we can change the world. I can breathe, now I can breathe. Yes, we can change the world. I can breathe, now I can breathe. Yes, we can change the world.